When I was a child, one of the favorite things that happened in my family was all of us would gather around and start to put a puzzle together. Now, it was fun sometimes to do it by myself, but many times I always came to the point where I couldn't figure out where this piece went or that piece went, and it was just really kind of enlightening and invigorating to have everybody sitting around the table contributing. Well, in a very real sense, organizations are like puzzles, that no one person has the ability, the knowledge, and the experience to put everything together. And the organizations that are the most healthy and the most vigorous are those that understand that everybody in the organization and every function in the organization is important. I'll give you a classic example of that. In the pharmaceutical business, when you go from one product to another, the turnaround with regard to the machines is very, very costly. Well, one product line was not meeting the standards and the specs, and the pills over a period of time were deteriorating. Now, the company couldn't figure this out, but we at a meeting decided we needed outside expertise to try to figure out what was happening. So what happened was they solicited a company that had engineers who were absolutely devoted to this particular type of a product. Before the meeting ended, though, I raised my hand and I said, it's really nice that we're going to get some outside help, but what about the operators? Well, everybody in the room looked at me like I had two heads. Why would we have the operators at the meeting? This is an engineering problem. I said, I think it would be wise because some of these people have run those machines for 20 years. Reluctantly, the group agreed that each engineer would be assigned one of the operators. Well, to make a long story short, what happened was the engineer was talking to one of the operators, and the operator said, I don't have a clue why this is happening. But one thing I think that I've noticed with regard to the transition is you see this valve right here? This valve sweats, and it seems to create a great deal of heat. And I don't know if that's important, but that may be part of the solution. The engineer was incredulous. That was the issue. Now, he would have found that probably in a week or 10 days, but he found it immediately because the piece of the puzzle that was missing was the operator. And so what happens in life is if we restrict and constrain solutions to X number of people and we exclude other people, we may be excluding vital pieces of information. You, in any function that you perform, know certain things, and that knowledge can be critical to outcome. And so the organizations I think that do the best are not the ones that just totally devote themselves to customer satisfaction. Because the reality is customer satisfaction never occurs unless the employees feel valued, they feel like they have an opportunity to be part of the puzzle, and they are recognized for their skills and their labor. Too many Americans today are unhappy in their jobs. They feel like they're small parts in a big wheel. They go to work, and they may even work effectively, but you don't have their hearts, you don't have their souls, unless they genuinely believe that they are vital parts that have opportunities to create your big puzzle.